4 true vacation horror stories animated. Story 1: The Haunted Cabin in the Woods. In 2017, Jake and his friends decided to rent a remote cabin in the woods for a weekend getaway. The cabin, located deep in the forest, was advertised as a peaceful retreat away from the hustle and bustle of city life. Upon arrival, they were struck by how isolated the cabin was, with no cell service and miles away from the nearest town. The first night was uneventful, filled with laughter and campfire stories. However, on the second night, things took a dark turn. While sitting around the fire, they heard strange noises coming from the woods: footsteps, whispers, and the sound of branches snapping. Initially, they dismissed it as animals, but the noises grew closer and more unsettling. As they retreated to the cabin, the door suddenly slammed shut behind them. The lights flickered, and an eerie chill filled the air. They heard a woman's voice whispering their names, sending shivers down their spines. One of the friends, Sarah, claimed to see a ghostly figure standing at the edge of the woods, watching them. Desperate to escape, they tried to leave the cabin but found their car wouldn't start. They were trapped. Throughout the night, the haunting continued. Objects moved on their own, doors creaked open, and the whispering voice grew louder. They huddled together, terrified, and waited for dawn. When morning finally came, they packed their belongings and fled the cabin. Later, they learned that the cabin was rumored to be haunted by the spirit of a woman who had died there under mysterious circumstances. The experience left them shaken, and they vowed never to return to that eerie, isolated cabin. Story 2: The Ghostly Hotel Guest. In 2015, Emma and her family took a vacation to a historic hotel in a picturesque coastal town. The hotel, built in the early 1900s, was known for its charm and elegance. However, it was also rumored to be haunted, with guests reporting strange occurrences over the years. Emma's family checked into their suite, unaware of the hotel's haunted reputation. The first night was peaceful, but the second night brought unsettling events. Emma woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of someone pacing in the hallway outside their room. She peeked through the door's peephole but saw nothing. The next night, Emma's younger brother, Max, woke up screaming. He claimed to have seen a woman standing at the foot of his bed, staring at him with hollow eyes. The family dismissed it as a nightmare, but strange things continued to happen. Lights flickered, unexplained cold spots appeared, and they heard whispers in the night. On the third night, Emma saw the ghostly figure herself. She was a woman in a long, flowing dress, her face pale and eyes dark. The figure glided through the room and disappeared into the wall. Emma was terrified but felt compelled to learn more about the hotel's history. She discovered that the hotel was said to be haunted by the ghost of a woman named Eleanor, who had died tragically in one of the rooms. Eleanor had been waiting for her lover, who never returned, and her spirit was believed to still roam the halls, searching for him. The family decided to cut their vacation short. Although they tried to put the experience behind them, the memory of Eleanor's ghost haunted them long after they left the hotel. Story 3: The Curse of the Ancient Ruins. In 2019, a group of friends traveled to a remote island to explore ancient ruins. The island, shrouded in mystery and legend, was said to be cursed. Local villagers warned them to stay away, but the friends were eager for adventure and dismissed the warnings as superstitions. As they trekked through the dense jungle, they reached the ruins just before sunset. The crumbling stone structures were covered in moss, and an eerie silence hung in the air. They set up camp nearby, planning to explore the ruins in the morning. That night, they were awakened by strange noises: distant chanting, drums beating, and the rustling of leaves. One of the friends, Tom, claimed to see shadowy figures moving among the ruins. The air grew heavy, and a sense of dread settled over them. In the morning, they discovered strange symbols carved into the stones and scattered animal bones. Despite their unease, they continued exploring. As they ventured deeper into the ruins, they felt as if they were being watched. The chanting grew louder, and they saw ghostly apparitions of ancient warriors. Panic set in, and they decided to leave the island immediately. However, their boat's engine wouldn't start, and they were stranded. That night, the hauntings intensified. Ghostly figures circled their camp, and they heard whispers warning them to leave. Desperate, they offered a prayer to the spirits, asking for forgiveness. The next morning, the boat's engine miraculously started, and they fled the island. They later learned that the ruins were sacred burial grounds, and disturbing them had invoked the curse. The experience left them shaken, and they vowed never to ignore local legends and warnings again. The island and its haunted ruins remained a chilling memory they would never forget. Story 4: The Disappearing Camper. In 2020, Lisa and her friends went on a camping trip to a national park known for its beautiful landscapes and serene atmosphere. They set up camp near a picturesque lake, planning to spend a few days hiking and enjoying nature. However, their peaceful vacation turned into a nightmare. On the second night, one of the friends, Mike, went missing. He had gone to collect firewood and never returned. The group searched the surrounding area but found no trace of him. As night fell, they heard strange sounds: branches snapping, low growls, and an eerie, distant laughter. The park rangers were called in to assist with the search. They scoured the area for days but found no sign of Mike. The only clue was his flashlight, found abandoned near the edge of the lake. The group was devastated and confused. How could someone just vanish without a trace? As they prepared to leave, they experienced a series of bizarre and frightening events. Tents were torn open, supplies were scattered, and they heard whispers and footsteps around their camp at night. Lisa felt a cold hand grab her ankle while she slept, but when she woke up, there was no one there. The group learned from the rangers that the area had a dark history. Decades ago, a camper had gone missing under similar circumstances, and locals believed the forest was haunted by malevolent spirits. The spirits were said to lure campers away, never to be seen again. Lisa and her friends left the park, haunted by the loss of Mike and the terrifying experiences they had endured. They never found out what happened to him, but they believed the stories of the haunted forest were true. The memory of their friend's disappearance and the eerie encounters remained with them, a chilling reminder of their cursed vacation.